right, guys. Good morning, man. I've been so freaking busy. I haven't had the time that I wanted to trade lately, or at least to record the trades. So right here, I hit this trade this morning, and it's still actually going. This is live right now. I figured that I'd just take a few minutes and just kind of jump on here and break some stuff down, and also kind of teach you something that I have noticed that I'm a little bit leery about. I'll still take trades like this and stuff like that, but it is kind of making me it's making me wonder about it, man, because it's something that it's something that I tend to see a little bit. So with this trade, let's see, we are in CAD yen, man. Sometimes I don't even care about the pairs. I'm just like, so focused on the actual trade and the price movement that I'm just like, oh yeah, which pair is this again? And by the way, you don't need 26 pairs to get the job done. You can literally focus. Some of my best trades have been when I've just focused on like one or two pairs. My voice is a little bit hoarse lately. I've been doing a lot of talking. Excuse me, man. Pardon me. And with those trades, with the focusing on just one or two pairs, it's like I'm not sure if I would say like, you get to know the pair, or I know that people have compared it to like dating, like, you get to know your potential partner, you get to know a pair, it's kind of similar. But I would say that you get to focus on the key areas that you're looking for more and more and more. And after price makes a move, then you've spent so much time and attention on this pair that it seems like it's more natural, at least for me, when I show up to the pair and I can plot in the next level, or I can kind of almost I not anticipate the pair's move necessarily, but it just makes it easier when you actually follow the pair. I think that's the way that I would put it. It just makes it easier. So right here, we've got a level. Man, there is a lot of. I don't know if I'm going to keep this color on my charts. I kind of like it sometimes, other times I kind of don't. So, right here, we've got this key area where price came up and then pushed away. It's very clean, it's very clear. You can see this, right? How you would never look at this and be like, why is that there? Like, what made you plot that in? You'd just be like, yeah, that makes total sense. Like, there's that, I can just look at that, and you look and you know. And so we had a really nice break above. And for those of you who were on the Zoom last evening, yesterday, and you were kind of talking about, hey, how do you know how far does it really need to break and things like that? It doesn't need to break this far up for me to say, all right, let's see if we can get a retracement and come back. But it does need to have a good break. We don't want to make the mistake of price coming up here and then doing this little teeny tiny baby pullback, and then kind of like jumping on the wagon and being like, woohoo, yeah, I'm going to take it, because price could just consolidate right there for a minute and then just drop right down. So you just want to be mindful of that. It doesn't need to be like a monster break like this is. I'd consider this like, wow, that's a big break right there. But it does need to be something. You do need to have a clear break that you can identify and say, oh yeah, it's definitely pushed away from this area. Price has said, hey, listen, we're going to the next level. Man, there was something that I wanted to show or talk about, but I actually just forgot what it was. So one thing that I will show you that I just want you to be mindful of. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to show you. If you want to layer a little bit of confluence onto your trade, now again, we're not using the Fibonacci in the way that maybe you've seen it used. You've seen it used for, hey, once price comes down here to the 618, I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna knock it out of the park, or it comes to the 786, woo, game on, baby. All we're doing with this is we're just taking our simple line on our chart, and then we're just layering a little bit of confluence. We're just saying, hey, it'd kind of be nice to know like maybe how far prices retrace, because a lot of the time, certainly not always, but a good amount of the time, price will come back around the 618 area before it actually really goes, or it tends to find a little bit more momentum when it comes down to that area before it goes. And so it's just giving us an indication of what's going on. We're not basing our whole trade off this or anything like that. And I won't even do this all the time, but actually most of the time I don't do it. Maybe I'll start doing it more. Just to show you that this is like, this thing right here is not going to make or break your trading. Building consistency and taking the same rinse and repeating the same trades over and over again, that is what is going to help you so much, man. And to do that, you got to simplify your trading, because let's face it, man, you and I, we're not rocket scientists, bro. Okay, we're not brain surgeons. We're regular guys. I'm not saying we're not smart, and I'm not saying that we don't have a good knack for common sense and things like that. But the truth is that you really don't need much to make this happen, because you just have to make it simple. Like, you don't need to have the ability to concentrate on a dozen different things, because in all honesty, that's not where I've ever found success, and I don't think that that's where you're going to find success either. Man, that was a freaking sweet trade. I was a little bit tempted to kind of push it up, because my thought process is yes, I can target the 15-minute high right here, and that's fine. That's very logical. But at the same time, I'm thinking, man, if we break this 15-minute, then chances are in our favor that we're probably going to move higher. But I didn't want to have to, I've got a very, very busy day today, and I didn't want to have to deal with a potential pullback and going to break even and then having to sort of manage the trade further and things like that. This is one of those days where I'm just like, you know what? This looks like a great trade. I'm going to go ahead and get in it. I'm going to take the profit that comes my way, and I'm just going to be completely happy with it. I'm not going to play the whole game of, let me see how much I can go for. I'll play those games on a different day.